This might be the last flashlight you buy. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the TrustFire MC5 compact LED flashlight, and it's pretty nice. As you can see, it's small, it's tough, rugged, compact. It's made out of aviation aluminum to mill standard specs, and it is bright. At its brightest, it's 3,300 lumens, which is way more than you want to point in someone's eyes. That will not be a pleasant experience. It also has a throw of over 350 meters, and by throw, it means if you're in the dark on a dark road in the mountains or something, and you use the flashlight at its brightest setting, you can illuminate things almost 1,000 feet in front of you. Now, obviously, depending on conditions and such, but still, it's pretty darn bright, and it is bright and illuminates way far away. I've played with it on my street and been waiting for the neighbors to be calling the police saying, someone's scoping out our house at night. It was just me. Sorry, everyone. 11 days of runtime. You can turn it on in eco mode and it'll run for 11 days. It's also considerably less expensive than you think. So if you want, jump straight to the description and you'll see I have a link that gives you a really good price and a 20% discount on top of that. I'll come back to the price in a little bit. Now, I said it's aviation aluminum. It's also, let me go ahead and turn it on. And it has 4 brightness modes, so we'll just step through them. That's the brightest, and then it goes to eco mode, and I'll go to medium. But it is Ip68 waterproof, so I can drop it in water, and it can not only be sitting in water, totally safe, no issues at all, but you can actually use it down to 2 meters. So it's Ip68. It actually is rated for lower than that, but you can use this if you need to swim around the bottom of your pool and just check out the drain in the deep end. Take this with and you can get really good illumination. It just sits here working, no problem at all. Obviously, if you drop it in the lake or a river or something, then it's heavy, it's gonna sink, but it's not gonna have any issues with the water at all. Now, let me just dry this off. I happen to have a towel here. Okay, now, let me show you that it has one function button, but that button does a lot of different things. So you've already seen it step through 4 different modes. I'm gonna push and hold, and that turns it off, and push and hold turns it on again. If I push it just for a brief moment, then that middle circle illuminates a color to show you its charge level, which is a great feature. So you don't have to be surprised that, oh, it looks like you ran out of battery in a critical moment. And then you can double push it, and now it's in locked mode. So now if I push it to try to use it, it's just going to remind me it's in locked mode and not turn on. That's a great way to store it in your car glove compartment or something. To unlock it, just double push again, and you're back. And now I'm going to turn it off, because the other thing you can do is in the off position, if you push and hold it, then it goes into this sort of strobing SOS mode, and it's kind of annoying on your eyeballs, but if you're in the mountains and you're hurt and you need help, this is a great way to do that, and then just push a button and it turns that feature off. So I'm glad you can turn that off, because that's a little bit intense on your eyeballs. So it has a built-in overheat safety system, so if it gets too hot, it will turn itself off. I will tell you, if you have it in the brightest mode for a period of time, it does get pretty darn warm. That is something to know. The bottom is magnetic. I can show you that with the charging cable. And where that's really helpful is if you're working in a basement or a garage or something, you can just like have this go to a pipe or to any metal surface, and now you have hands-free illumination. That can be really helpful. I also find it useful for picking up metal things if I'm in the workshop, but that's a different story. It has a pretty hefty battery. Let me open it up and show you the battery inside. It is this huge 21,700 milliamp hour battery. That's how you're getting that 11 days in eco mode. And I will warn you, when you buy it, there is a safety film here on the flashlight that you have to take off, or the battery isn't making the connection and the flashlight's not going to work. I kind of wonder how many people have that issue, because they don't tell you that. You have to sort of figure it out for yourself. but I did after a couple of minutes of being puzzled, and that worked out fine. Now, the biggest Achilles heel with this flashlight, and there's so much to like here, but the biggest issue is charging. So on this side, and you can see in the close-up, there's just that one button that does everything from showing you charge mode to giving you all of the different features and functions. Rotate at 180 degrees, and there's a little metal disc, and then the charger is a magnetic charger. And notice there's enough power coming out of the flashlight to illuminate this, even though it's not plugged into anything. So since it's green, I'm fully charged. But if it was showing red or flashing red, then I'd know I'd need to plug this into my car, my computer, a wall charger, whatever. You're on your own with that piece. But that way you need to charge it up. And then of course you can check by pushing really quickly to see what color comes up. So you'll know and get confirmation it's fully charged. But if you lose this cable, you can't charge this flashlight. So I would say that that is the biggest issue I have. Pay attention to where you put this cable. You don't want to lose it. When you charge these sort of flashlights, in my experience, hold their charge forever, like for years. So if you have this fully charged, and especially if you put it in that safety lock mode, you can put this in your car glove compartment and know that 10 months later, you'll be able to pull it out and use it in an emergency situation. That's pretty cool. So in the box, it includes pretty comprehensive instructions. They are very, very small, but it's not a lot to figure out. Comes with a little lanyard if you want to wind it through these tiny holes on the top. I was unable to do that, but you hopefully can. And then you can have a lanyard on it. That's pretty handy. And it comes with the charging cable. And that's it. That's really all you need because it's a pretty simple device. And so not much else to tell you. It's 112 millimeters by 30 millimeters across. It is fairly hefty, as these flashlights tend to be. And if you drop this out of your car while you're driving, it'll get dinged up, but it's still going to work. If you run over this with your smaller vehicle, it's going to work fine. If you run over this with a commercial dump truck, it's probably not going to make it. But I'm not sure how many flashlights would. Suffice to say, between its rugged design and its aircraft aviation aluminum and mil standard and waterproof and everything, this is a heck of a flashlight. So we need to talk about the price. But before we get to the price, I'm going to go ahead and ask if you could subscribe to my channel, please. Go ahead and click or tap on that subscribe button. And then while you're at it, give me a thumbs up or a like if you found this useful. Sure hope you did. And if you didn't, leave a comment and tell me what you wish I would have shown you. Cool. Now, let me turn it on. This is the TrustFire MC5 compact LED flashlight, and it comes in gold or black. The black is nice, the gold is way cooler. That's another story. And it's $139.90 discounted down to $45.90 at trustfire.com. But there's also, they gave me a discount code, so check the description of this video to use that discount code to save an additional 20%, dropping this down to less than $40 a unit. And honestly, I think these kind of devices are perfect to put in every vehicle you own, to have one in your kitchen, to have one by your bedside, just because when you're in a situation and you need to have a flashlight, the last thing you want to worry about is having it be dead. And all those old flashlights with those D batteries and stuff, number one, super big, which is a hassle. And number two, somehow every time I ever went to use one of those, they would be at like 20% illumination. Whereas this modern generation of flashlights that are compact LED and that are using rechargeable batteries, they are full, super bright, and they just stay charged forever. Definitely one to check out. That's all I got. I'll hope to catch you in my next video.